What's up, everybody? It's your boy Royster here with another installment of the On the Course with Royster video series. It's a video series where basically I just go to area disc golf courses, primarily in the central Ohio area, and I give you a walkthrough or a playthrough of those courses. So today I am at Obetz at Area 51 Disc Golf Course. This is a course that I've been to several times and I really like it. As far as I feel like it's probably one of the best laid out, manicured kind of disc golf courses that I've played in this particular area. It's a lot of wide open, but with a lot of rough to your left or right. So that could be kind of tedious if you're constantly in the rough, especially in the warmer seasons when, a lot of the growth is, the vegetation and growth is plentiful. So ticks, poison ivy, the inability to find your disc become, more common. Now, this is early spring, so I don't expect that to show that too much, but it'll still give you a sense of the layout of the course. I mean, I know that I came out here sometimes towards the fall, and it was just beautiful just to walk the course, let alone play it. So anyways, let's see if that being early spring, if it'll have that same feel. But otherwise, I think you'll like and appreciate this course for what it has to offer. So let's hit the course and show what this course has to offer. All right, let's go. All right, so just from the parking area, you have this kind of cool area, kind of picnic area where you can kind of hang out, be it before or after your game. There we got a board kind of highlighting the course. And then to your left, I'll zoom, you have a practice disc catcher out there. And as you're moving, if you was moving to the practice, to your right is your first hole. So this place has really cool signs, as you can kind of see. Tells you your par, your distance, gives you a nice little map to lay out. Have concrete tee pads, and then as I hit to the top and I zoom in, that is basically your disc catcher. So pretty straight on shot. Alright, so here's a close-up look of the type of disc catchers you will find on this particular course. And after you've got your disc into hole 1's disc catcher, you will proceed left and you will work around and you'll discover the tee pad for hole 2. Alright, well, here is hole 2. It's par 3 with a distance of 189 feet. And so as you get up to this tee pad, you kind of see it's not a huge distance, and either you just gotta have to maneuver through those few trees and you'll be good. But you want to be mindful of the rough to the right for sure. And just want to give you a sense of the rough to the right here when it's a little bit more bare. But here's your disc catcher, and obviously you can see right ahead where the next tee is. So we see here on hole 3, it's par 4 with a distance of 249 feet, and you're going to have to bend it to the left, which you're not going to see the disc catcher from the tee pad as I'm showing here. Alright, so coming around that bend, here's the disc catcher on hole 3. So around the disc catcher on hole 3, you do see some potential hazards for your disc to wind up in. But just straight to the left of the disc catcher, you'll find the next tee pad. Alright, so on 4, we have a par 4 with 387 feet of distance. And here's your tee pad. Now on the day today, like today, if we're lucky, we might be able to see it You kind of see the yellow through the trees. After walking a ways out from the tee pad, just want to kind of scroll over and show you disc catcher for hole 4. Okay, so from the disc catcher on hole 4, you're going to see beyond 2 paths, and those paths are going to take you to the next tee pad. So I just decided to take the path off to the right. As you can see, your disc pad up ahead. Alright, here we are on hole 5. Is par 3 with a 225 foot distance, and if you can see the time of this filming, this area is flooded or kind of looks very swampy. This is not its normal look, but be mindful probably coming when it rains that this place could be flooded after some rain. But here I am at the top of the tee pad, and your shot is just kind of pretty much straight there, basically with only those trees to the left to contend with. Alright, as I move through the fairway, just kind of, there's your shots to the left and then to the right. It's unfortunate as the time of this recording that everything's kind of brown and dead still, because it can be pretty gorgeous otherwise. But here's your disc catcher on hole 5, and as you can probably see straight ahead is the tee pad for hole 6. We are on hole 6 with a par 3 with a distance of 228 feet. We're basically looking at a shot that's just in the right corner there at the top of the tee pad. Zooming in, there you have it. Now while on the move, we'll say the corridor for this, it's a little bit more narrower. It's still not too bad, but you do have this wood line to the left and this kind of thicket rough to the right. But after you snag those chains, you're just going to go to your right and you will find a trail that you will see a platform or a tee pad for hole 7. So the placard for hole 7 just seems to be leaning up here in this tree. It's par 4 with 276 feet of distance. And then again, here's your tee pad. And let's see here, I'm going to just sidestep a little bit off the tee pad and kind of zoom, and still not seeing the disc catcher. There you can kind of see it. Now as you walk this one, you can kind of see to your right several of the other courses you will be playing on, just with some of the rough separating the courses. We've got some beautiful, like, just trees scattered in and on the edge here. So it just makes for a nice, relaxful walk even. So the disc catcher on hole 7 still is kind of like snug in between some obstacles. But when you're done smashing that disc in there, you're just going to keep on going straight past and you will see the next tee pad. Hole 8 is a par 4 with a distance of 285 feet. And by the sign, and as I show you here, you're just looking to basically try to get that straight, or, you know, the disc catcher is in line. But as you can see as I zoom to the left, to your right, and through the middle there are some trees to contend with. Again, as I take my height to the disc catcher, I just kind of want to show some of the area and maybe hopefully capture somewhat of the serenity in on this particular course. I feel like this course is the most like a golf course, so to speak, that I've ever played on as far as disc golf goes. Alright, I find myself at the disc catcher on hole 8. I'm just kind of give you a 360 shot of the area, coming around that area, around the disc catcher. And then to the left, you will start to work your way to the next tee pad. After making a small jaunt, you will come around and you will see the next tee pad. Alright, so hole 9 is a par 4 with a distance of 345 feet. And yeah, here is another one that is just pretty much straight in line with the tee pad. Obviously, some of these courses, if you got a good straight shot, you will be loving this course. However, if you don't have a straight shot and you bend a lot to the left or the right, you will be in some rough. A lot. As I continue to walk up on hole 9, I'm just kind of showing you just the general beauty of the area you are playing in. And once you claim those chains on the disc catcher hole 9, you will obviously just see the tee pad for hole 10 to the left. So hole 10 is a par 4, 255 foot distance, and again, kind of pretty much resembles the last hole. You're just kind of going in reverse. As I'm standing from the tee pad, this catcher stands just right in front down the way. From the disc catcher on hole 10, I'm just going to do a 360 of the area surrounding, because it is got some trees and some shrubbery and some rough around it. But hopefully you don't have to contend with that. But once you're done with that, you're just going to proceed to the right of the disc catcher to the tee pad. That's just straight ahead. Alright, well, hole 11 is a par 5 with a distance of 429 feet, so be ready to put some crank on it if you so dare, as the disc catcher is all the way out there. If you are so bold and you don't manage to stay on the fairway, you can expect to end up in some of this, which right now wouldn't be too bad. It would be more of a hassle. But come later spring into early fall, it's a pain. So here I am at the disc catcher, hole 11. Just kind of show you, as you can see, flooding does happen, so be mindful when you do come. But just straight ahead from the disc catcher is the tee pad for hole 12. Hole 12 is a par 4 with 243 feet of distance, and from the tee pad you're going to I'm standing, zooming in, and you're going to disc catchers to the left. So after taking about 20 feet away or so, I'm just going to show you where the disc catcher is. There we go, right there behind them trees. Alright, so just wanted to show you the area surrounding the disc catcher on hole 12. It's got some cool trees, and just right over here you will find a trail. It's going to take you to the next tee pad for hole 13. Taking a left out of that trail will lead you to the next tee pad. And if you so choose, there looks like there's a trail that cuts through these little trees here to hole 13, which is a par 4 with a distance of 273 feet. And we're going to be going straight and to the left. And today we probably can see it just through the bushes there. Otherwise, when those trees are full, you probably won't see it from the tee pad. And once you get your disc into the disc catcher here, you just have to look up and forward to see to the next tee pad. And on hole 14, we find it is a par 4, 240 feet of distance. And again, this one's pretty straight out there. Just hopefully in your attempts to get out there, you don't get in any of the rough. Alright, just giving you a 360 around the disc catcher. And then to the left is your avenue to the next tee pad. Here on hole 15, we have a par 3 with a distance of 237 feet. And again, not with a whole lot of variety. We have the disc catcher just kind of straight ahead of the tee pad, just with a tree to the left there. Alright, just give you a sense of the surrounding area around the disc catcher on 15. And then to the right is your next tee pad. Here on 16 we have a par 5 with 405 feet of distance. There's your tee pad. And there it is again, just straight out there, but with some obstructions. So there's the tee pad from which we were throwing from. And just kind of coming out here, show you the disc catcher, and then just kind of straight ahead to the left is the next tee pad. Here on 17, we have a par 5 with a distance of 453 feet. So this one's all about distance, but as you've probably got the sense, you know, it's straight in front of the tee pad, just at a great distance away. So I'm kind of coming to the end of my lengthy walk here to the disc catcher on hole 17. And then once you get that disc in that basket, you're going to proceed left, follow the trail, and take a little bit of a right, and you will see disc pad for 18. 18 is another par 5 with a distance of 471 feet, and it isn't straight, but you'll turn left and you will find it on a hill. Let's go see it. After walking out a little ways, just kind of show you what I was talking about, show you the hill it is on. Alright, here is another king of the hill type victory, and hopefully at the end you are satisfied with your score. Alright guys, well that pretty much is Area 51 here in Obetz. Again, I love it for its just the way it's laid out, and it's very serene, relaxful. Obviously didn't kind of get to see that in this video. When the weather gets a little bit warmer, I'll probably do another video coming back out here. As far as me playing out here, this is the perfect time for me to play. But actually, this is the only course that I've actually shot under par. But as you can see, some of the pars are pretty favorable. So anyways, so that's not saying anything for me as far as my skill level. So anyways, with that, until the next time, I'll see you on the course. All right, guys. Peace.